Hey Leos, welcome to Queen Airbender Tarot. Today we are going to do your end of May general love reading. Now keep in mind these are general readings, which means they can't possibly apply to every single person watching, but if you would like a personal reading, all the information is in the description box below. And in case you're new to the channel, come on, welcome in, and in case you're returning, thank you for joining me again today. So for all of the new viewers, I'm an intuitive tarot card reader, which means I read the traditional sense of the card, but more than anything, I'm always going to give you guys the messages that I pick up intuitively. I always charge both of my decks on top of crystal organite pucks, and doing so, it charges, balances, and aligns the energy for our reading, and also meditate over the collective energy for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus individuals. And as always, I hope everyone is doing well. Currently, there are absolutely no reversals. You guys are showing up upright. That's what's up. There are currently no reversals in either one of these decks. So if I get any reversals, I'm going to read them as such because I know they're aligned with the messages. Because I know that they're aligned with the messages I'm meant to give you guys today. So I'm going to tell you what's poking out for me already. Nine of Pentacles, single woman, single man card. Somebody wants healing and wish fulfillment with you. There was a tower moment. I know that for sure. Somebody was being sneaky and manipulative. They want to come back and have happiness and fulfillment with you, but you're indecisive. I'm going to tell you, the song that I heard when I was meditating over you guys' energy is I Miss You, Come Back Home by Monifa. The part of the song that I heard was a hook. And she was saying, and the hook says, it's been too long since you've been gone. It feels good when I'm with you. I miss you. Come back home. You guys just seen that 10 of Cups. That's that home life wish fulfillment. Somebody definitely wants you to come back home. I'm going to tell you, a lot of you guys have an individual who's going to try to come back and have some type of reconciliation with you. Keep in mind that's going to be a very common theme all the way to June 25th because we are currently in Venus retrograde. Venus is the planet of love, and retrogrades, you know, always brings things back. They come back for another cycle, for another go at a situation, you know, uprooting things. You know, some things are going to be uprooted that you thought were buried or you thought had conclusions to it. Not the case for everything. So let's see what we get for you guys today for our Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individuals. So I'm going to hold the deck down and just part randomly and get additional messages. Yeah, definitely. And some of you guys are definitely going to choose to walk away from this individual. This person is going to try to come back, but you know, you're going to be done with that. You guys could have walked away from a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, but you can also have a water sign who's getting ready to come back towards you. Also, we have a full moon. What is this today? Today is a full moon. I mean, not the full moon, I'm sorry, a new moon. So I always tell people full and new moons, 3 days before, during, and 3 days after, things become illuminated. You start to see truth and clarity about things. That veil is much thinner, so the truth sneaks in very clearly. You know, things that you didn't have a lot of clarity about, a lot of truth or wisdom or understanding about, you're seeing the truth of matters at this time, you know, very clearly. And also new moons are about bringing newness into your life. And I felt that. I feel like for some of you guys, you're going to walk away from this individual and you're going to choose not to reconcile with them because some of you all have already moved on. You know what I mean? And you've turned your back towards them because his back is facing us. You've turned your back towards a possible reconciliation with this individual. I feel like for some of you guys, right, you are already in something new or getting ready. You found someone that you have a love interest with, or you have some type of interest in them. And for some of you guys, you have moved on emotionally because Cups is about emotions, right? You've already moved away from this situation on an emotional level. You guys could, you know, and this is interesting. This happened last week with you guys also. Strong fire and water sign energy. Some of you guys could definitely have walked away from a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individual because you got the Chariot card, and that's the card of Cancer, and then also Cancer is a cup energy. So some of you guys have definitely moved away from a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individual. You want to go, just like I told you with the last reading, you want to go watch the last readings, and then you also want to go look at the Cancer reading because you guys' energy showed up in Cancers also, just like last week. I feel like this is a continuation for you guys. Some of you all have definitely been thinking about each other deeply because the Moon card, that's about dreams. Your feelings, you know, that thought, you thinking about somebody on a subconscious level. You may be dreaming about this person with that moon right there, right? I feel very strongly like you and this individual, I feel like you both have been thinking about each other. You're looking at this moon, and then you have this person, she's looking over in the direction of the Eight of Cups. You guys are reassessing, you know, how things ended. But then I'm going to tell you again, you got the Chariot card, that's forward movement. I feel like a lot of you guys are moving forward away from this situation with this individual. So let's get 2 cards. One is going to be a general energy and one is going to be a possible outcome. Look at that. Chariot card in reverse, a halt to forward movement with this individual. And then you got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You know, things were in balance between the two of you all. And that's where there was a halt and forward movement with you and this individual. Absolutely. Look at that. There's an imbalance because there's some third party situation. Now, you know, Three of Cups doesn't always have to be third party, but I am picking that up in this situation. And I'm telling you, if you were dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individual, you definitely want to watch their reading because this energy popped up for that also. You know, there was some third party situation. Somebody found out about it and they moved away from this relationship. Definitely a lack of balance because of that. Just seen the Tower card. I've seen that in the Cancer's reading also. Look at that. Absolutely. Somebody decided to walk away once they found out about some third party situation because his back is turned towards the third party. You know, that Three of Cups. Somebody walked away. Yep. Just seen the Five of Pentacles. Yep. Look at that. You know, this relationship ran its course. This is karmic because you got the Wheel of Fortune and it's coming up in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune upright is about a positive, lucky, and prosperous new cycle. And the situation is coming up in reverse and it's coming up right next to this Eight of Cups. Like, even though you guys ran out of luck, this is karmic situation. Somebody still was thinking about coming back and reconciling or didn't want to walk away in the first place. But a lot of you guys, again, you guys are going to be moving forward into something that's going to be more prosperous and more positive for you. If you look at this fiery energy here, you know, and you are a fire sign, all this fiery energy, you guys are going to have luck with someone new. I feel like the song that I heard, again, you want to listen to the song, listen to the lyrics. This individual wants to come back. Yeah, the Queen of Wands in reverse, you guys' energy is coming up in reverse. Look at that. And right up under it, Page of Cups. And their backs are facing each other. I feel like you're in reverse, and I'm not going to take this because there's so many cards, but I do have to show this to you. You're coming up in reverse in this situation because it's not meant for you to move forward with this individual. Their backs are even facing each other right now. Yeah, look at that. You're of two minds about it. Two of Wands. You could have had two people that you were giving a love offer to, two people that you had an interest in, and your love interest may have found out about that. And that was the end of this relationship. But it could have been vice versa also. So let's get a general energy for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individuals. There was definitely, look at this, didn't want to go in. What do we got? The Magician card. This is a card of Gemini and also Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So you could be dealing with an individual who have these placements, Virgo or Gemini. Also, like I said, I feel like a lot of you guys are manifesting some change, something new. A lot of you guys want some new stars. And remember, we just seen the Wheel of Fortune. That's newness. A new cycle, a positive, prosperous, and lucky new cycle. Luck is on your side. And you guys have a Magician that's coming up, right? You guys see there are reversals here. So for this to come right, that means whatever it is that you're trying to manifest is in the works and it's happening for you. This is Major Arcana, which means this is definitely in the works. It's happening already. You got the Six of Wands in reverse. I feel like right now you feel like that because, you know, this situation, I don't feel like a lot of you all wanted this to have to end. But once it ended, you know, you started manifesting more rapidly, I'm hearing. Things may have started, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this situation with this past individual was holding you back and you didn't even know it, right? Yeah, Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Two of Pentacles upright is about somebody who was indecisive, needing to make a decision. And then keep in mind, we just seen that Two of Wands. So somebody who was indecisive, needed to make a decision, didn't have clarity, didn't know what to do. Someone made a final decision and chose. Some of you guys can have earth sign placements in your chart also. This is Virgo, and then you have that Two of Pentacles, that's earth sign. Because I don't feel like it's the other person, I feel like it's you. Look at that. Yeah, definitely. Both are major arcanas. So your general energy is the Magician, Virgo, and then your second card is the possible outcome, Hermit, Virgo. Some of you guys can have a strong Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placement. And keep in mind, these are both major arcana, and they both came up right. I feel like a lot of you guys manifested something, or you're manifesting something right now, and it took you some time to get a handle on the situation. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you stuck in a situation because you had chemistry or you had some long-term commitment with this individual, but you felt like, yeah, because look at how he's aged, and it makes me feel like, you know, there was time invested, right? Even with this Magician, you see how he has the gray hair, you know, there was time invested in this situation, but some of you guys felt like, you know, it's time for you to be more introspective and really look into the situation. And once you did, you realized that it was time for you to manifest a new start, something else outside of this past or soon to be past relationship. Keep in mind, like I said, you know, a lot of you all, a lot of you all were indecisive. Because first you had the Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, now you have the Two of Swords. So a lot of you guys were very indecisive about what you wanted to do. But I feel like, you know, you're seeking truth and clarity now at this point in your life. Let's power out the deck so we can do some shuffling. Yeah. Making a decision. Because you had a King of Swords. The King of Swords is very cutthroat and direct. They are sure what they want. You went from being indecisive to now saying, like, certainly, I know for certain that I want to, you know, put an end to something, into a situation, or confront something. Because he's confronting something. Look at that sword. That sword is up. I always tell people when the sword is up, that's yes. When the sword is down, that's no. And so, yes, some of you guys are going to confront a situation, and it's going to be the end of a relationship. That's what the decision is for a lot of you all. I just seen a Lover's card. Yep. Somebody has clarity now. Upright, you're needing clarity. You're indecisive. In reverse, you've made a decision. The Moon card upright. Again, you guys want to listen to the Cancer reading because this was their very last card. Upright, you have the Moon card. That's about things unknown, things unseen, things that you don't have clarity about. And we are currently in, right now, a new moon cycle, right? Today is a new moon. So some of you guys you're going to get some messages during this time. And I feel like more so spiritually on an intuitive level, you're just going to know what to do. You're going to make a decision during this time. 3 days during, 3 days before, during, and 3 days after full and new moons, you always get mental clarity, spiritual clarity about situations. Upright, that's about not knowing. This is coming up in reverse. Now you're knowing what to do. Both of these are cards about making a decision and knowing what to do. Let's get a clarifier for the Magician. And again, a Magician card came up right for you guys. And that's very positive because you're being able to manifest what it is you want again. But you know, for some reason, I'm going to leave this right here because you got the Moon card in reverse. Knowing what to do at the bottom of the deck. Again, water sign energy. You got the Page of Cups. Pages are something new, young, possibly immature. It's definitely of an emotional sense. And keep in mind, I said that some of you guys could be dealing with a water sign. You got the Moon card right here. This is the card of Pisces, also Cancer. And then you have the Page. This is the card of Pisces. So some of you guys could have been dealing with an individual with strong Pisces placements in their chart. They fell down. They're not facing us, so I'm not going to take them. For the Magician, yeah, I know it's meant for me to leave this right here because I feel like this is just like, this is for me, and reverse is like, I know what it is I need to do. I know what I need to do. That's my I know what I need to do card. I'm sure now. I'm no longer blinded by a situation. Let's get a clear. Look at that. You got the Four of Pentacles. Somebody's holding on. This is always my holding on for dear life. You're still thinking about this person. They're on your mind. They're in your heart. And then you had a foundation with this individual. I know that because it's a king. A king always has a castle. You see the castle behind him. So some of you guys could have definitely been living with this individual. And you may be holding on to the situation for financial and monetary reasons. This could be you. This could be the other person. Again, earth sign. You got Virgo here, and then you got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, clarifying the Magician. Some of you all want to manifest something new. And then some of you all want to manifest this person back into your life, or it could be vice versa. This person could want to manifest you back into their life because they're coming up, you know, both of these cards are coming up, right? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Wands, your energy, fire energy in reverse. So I feel like you and this individual are not speaking right now. Let's get a card for, ooh, look at that. Yeah, cards flip everywhere. Definitely not speaking to the individual. We had this card earlier. So here's a clarifier for, look at that. And I'm going to show you some cards that, wow, cards that flipped up on the table. Seven of Swords in reverse. I said that, found out about some things. Found out about some things. Seven of Swords in reverse, you know, they can't hide anything from you. And then you have the Seven of Wands. Having to fight off rumors, having to fight off and defend yourself in this situation. And then we're flipped up right here. Six of Cups. Had that six energy in the Cancer reading also. Wow, and this was stuck to the table. I didn't even see it. Three of Swords. Heartbreak and conflict with this individual. So for your possible outcome, you have the Hermit card, and then you have it right next to the King of Swords. And we had this earlier. I say it again, you know, the Swords upright. If the Sword is upright, that's yes, and reverse is no. I feel like after a lot of you all took some time to go within and think about the situation, think about whether or not you want to resolve, you know, this conflict or this breakdown or with this individual. Someone that you definitely walked away from because he's walking towards a completely different path. Look at the path he's on. He's leaving some things behind, and he's walking towards the future. Some of you guys are going to decide that absolutely not. You're not going to be able to move forward with this individual. And again, just like when we seen that Eight of Wands, sword down, that's lack of communication. You and this individual could not be talking to each other. And keep in mind, I also said with this card right here, this is the card of Virgo, but also Gemini. You have this King of Swords, that could be Gemini also. So this person can have a Gemini placement. I feel strongly like a Gemini rising, because if you see right over his head, it's a rising, like this light is rising from behind that planet. So this individual could have a Gemini rising. Yeah. Because look at that. This pentacle right over their head, the rising overhead. So this person, you could be dealing with someone who has a Gemini rising placement, most definitely. And I feel like, you two may think about resolving, some type of resolution. Because I'm going back to the song that I heard. It's been too long since you've been gone. Feels good when I'm with you. I miss you. Come back home. You got the home in the background. The little city or whatever it is in the background. This person also could be holding on to you for financial reasons, or trying to keep you. If you are married to this individual or you live with this individual, I'm hearing it's cheaper to keep her. Cheaper to keep him too. If there's money involved, some people are going to choose to stay in a situation because they don't want to have to give up any of their coins. Look at that, Pentacles. They don't want to give up any of their coins. So some of you guys could definitely have to do with finances, because right in front of him at the very bottom, you got the pentacle, so that's a focus too. Wanting to maintain your finances is what I'm picking up. But overall, it looks like a lot of you guys are going to decide not to move forward with someone who's going to come back in and who wants some type of reconciliation, because you know the truth about a situation now. There are some things hidden with this individual. Strong Gemini and also Cancer energy. We have the Chariot, and then you have the Moon card. And that's Pisces and also Cancer. And then you got Gemini, and then with the Magician, you have Virgo and Gemini. You have Virgo twice, very strongly, because these are major arcana, right? So I feel like with that, you can have some strong Virgo placements in your chart. And if you don't, you could be dealing with an individual who has those placements also. But I feel like it's in some of you guys' charts also. Okay? So Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individuals, as always, I'm going to ask that you continue to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye.